And I was riding through early in the morning, and the back tyre blew out, and I was lying on the deck surrounded by bits of Triumph. And I heard this voice in very broken English saying, did I want help? And I said, yes, please. And this guy introduced himself, and then his brother, and then his brother, and there were 9 of them in all. They arranged to have my bike fixed. They took me to their home. I met Mama, the head of the mafia, and I was welcomed and looked after. They probably had a very dubious form of living, but I was very well looked after. The eldest son was appointed my guard, and all the time I was in that town, he followed me around like 2 feet away with his hand on an illegal gun, which was quite a privilege, I can tell you. I wasn't sure whether he was a bigger danger to me than the other people around, but nevertheless it was quite a privilege. I enjoyed it quite a lot. I followed that Pan-American highway all the way to Santiago, which I didn't find to be a particularly attractive city. I was disappointed with Santiago. It's also very, very expensive. And from there I had to get to Australia. This is a very pleasant diversion. I left Santiago yesterday by plane. For me and the bike to get to Australia, it's costing a fantastic £2,000. They're not great travellers, the Chilean people, and they don't have much of a tourist industry, so they're not really into that kind of travel. The bike has got to go by boat and is being crated. I won't have it, unfortunately, for 6 weeks. The plane comes via here, which is Tahiti, and it's the first really good sunshine I've seen since California. So this is Australia. It's hot, dry, big, pretty fab actually. I enjoy it a lot. It's good. The one thing I've been looking for though, we're out in the bush now heading for Alice Springs, is a kangaroo. From Alice Springs to Darwin. It's about 1,000 miles to Darwin. There's no speed limit. It's where they run the famous Cannonball road race. The violent, spontaneous fires, bushfires, which just went in enormous sections, and you had no idea whether you were supposed to go and tell somebody about them or was it a natural phenomenon. So you always felt a bit stupid. Had to drop it into the conversation. Oh yeah, that's a hell of a fire down the road there. Good morning. This is Dundee Beach. Camped out here last night. Very pleasant it was too, extremely warm. You'll notice that I'm not camped down on the beach, but up here, a little bit higher up, amongst the grass where all the snakes are. The reason for that is that the biggest danger on these beaches is not the snakes at all, but it's the crocodiles. They come down the rivers, they're saltwater crocodiles, so they live in the sea around here, and there have been quite a lot of attacks from crocodiles on people who are swimming in the sea, so it's actually quite dangerous. Somebody told me they saw a 14-foot crocodile just down here on the beach where I started sleeping last night. There are many things that you have to know, learn, precautions you have to take when you're camping out. Unfortunately, I don't know what they are, so I'm making it up as I go along. One thing is always camp on this side of the bike. You don't want it falling on you in the night. Because of the snakes and various other hazards, always keep a weapon to hand. This Colombian lock knife is quite good. But if that doesn't work, this one ought to do the trick. Good old machete. Well, it's a beautiful morning. I'm going to get up and clean my teeth and have breakfast. And I think we'll have beans on toast this morning. Got a little billy, a little cooker, and a billy can. That sounds rather appetising. Because I was in the area that's all the whales, the humpback whales, spawn, just off a wonderful island called Fraser Island, and spent a blissful day watching these gentle creatures with their babies swimming through the water, and they appear to be very intelligent creatures. They're certainly very friendly. The idea of hunting them is quite bizarre. You don't have to hunt them, they come to you. Same with the dolphins that really surrounded all that area, and they would be playing in the water with the humpback whales. Gentle, beautiful creatures. I also saw, I think, one of the most hysterical things that I ever seen in the whole year's travel. And that was, there was a guy on a penny farthing crossing the desert. I wanted to stop and talk to him about it, but I know that if he stopped, he'd just fall off. He probably wouldn't be very pleased with me. But I would like to have known what he was doing. Apparently, somebody told me he was trying to ride this thing around the world.